Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Daily Action Picks. My name is Joe Dellera and I have two best bets for today's games. The first bet that I'm looking at is the Phoenix Suns minus 5.5 against the New Orleans Pelicans. Obviously, the Suns are going to be without Chris Paul. He's expected to remain out for the next coming weeks as he deals with the avulsion fracture in his hand. And they're also going to be without Cam Johnson, who's out for a hamstring injury here. But look, the Suns have been absolutely relentless this season. They have the best adjusted net rating in the league. They're fourth best in adjusted offensive rating in the league. And they're third best in adjusted defensive rating in the league. And even without Paul, they're 6-4, but their record doesn't really indicate just how good they've been. They missed Booker for a couple games as well. And even though he went down with injury, they're third best in point differential in the NBA still at plus 7.9. So this team is really solid top to bottom. We're seeing Devin Booker really step up. We're seeing DeAndre Ayton be relentless and incredibly efficient on the interior. He's shooting like over 60% between 4 and 14 feet, which is just an incredible stat. And that type of efficiency is allowing them to, really hustle on defense, hustle on offense, and excel despite not having their leader, despite not having their true point guard in Chris Paul. One of the things as well is without Chris Paul, I might be looking at some Devin Booker assist props because in the games that he hasn't played, Booker's averaging almost 9 assists a game, which is just incredible. That's an incredible output for him. Additionally, the Pelicans, they traded for CJ McCollum. They're looking at this position. He might not even play today. He's dealing with the league's health and safety protocols, and we're unsure if he's going to be out of those in time for this game. Plus, they're missing Brandon Ingram. So even though they've been better with CJ and Ingram, it hasn't necessarily translated into wins since they made this trade. Ingram's a +7 on offense when he's on the court. McCollum's a +1.9 when he's on the court on the offensive end. And, without the two of them, they're kind of having to lean on, Devontae Graham, Jonas Valanciunas, Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones. And those guys are all good, but they don't have that type of offensive firepower as McCollum and Brandon Ingram. So they've been better, but better is relative. So they were like a -2.5 in terms of points per 100 possessions prior to the trade, and really since then they're a little bit better, but they're still only +0.4, which is a below average NBA team. So I think that even though these teams are both missing key components of their rosters, I really lean towards the Phoenix Suns. I think the spread is too short. It's at 5.5. It opened at 5, and we're already seeing some 6s pop. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to -7 by game time, and I'm going to back the Phoenix Suns here. I think that they have plenty of firepower between Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and then, you've had Jay Crowder, Landry Shamet. Like, they're all stepping up. And I really like this spread. I think 5.5 and 6 is like an okay number to play. If it goes to 7, I might hold off just to wait and see if McCollum is able to play. But I like the Suns here at -5.5. For my second best bet, I'm going to be looking at the Brooklyn Nets against the Orlando Magic. The Nets are on the road today, so that means that Kyrie Irving can play. And one of the things that I like about this game is that the Magic and the Nets, they both play at a relatively fast pace. The Magic are 10th in pace on the season, and the Nets are in 12th. So this is a game where I'm going to be targeting a total. One of the things that I don't like, though, is that the Magic's offense is bad. Like, they're 29th in adjusted offensive rating, and we know that the Nets offense is good. Like, they're in 10th on the season in adjusted offensive rating, but I don't trust this Magic team to score. So I'm going to be focusing solely on the Nets, and their team total is currently set at 31.5 for the first quarter. And this is why I'm focusing on just the first quarter. Over the past 2 weeks, the Nets are scoring 120.8 points per 100 possessions, which is the 5th most in the league. And their current starting lineup of Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, Bruce Brown, Kevin Durant, and Andre Drummond is scoring a preposterous 135 points per 100 possessions. This is in the upper percentile of any lineups in the league, and they're going to put up points, especially to start this game. The Magic are 17th in adjusted defensive rating. So they're not like a particularly good defensive team either. And what I like here is that their team total, it's set at 31.5 in the first quarter anyway. I think that the Nets are going to be able to score at will against this Magic team, and the full game spread is touching at 11. So I'm a little concerned of a blowout. What I like here is that in the first quarter, we can expect the Nets to stay in their typical rotations. You're going to see Kyrie Irving play, you're going to see Kevin Durant play, and that's going to give them the ability to get off to that fast start. So maybe we don't have to worry about it in the second half, in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, what the rotations are going to be, how exactly they're going to handle it, because they're probably going to jump out to an early lead right away to start. And at 31.5 points, this is a total that they've gone over in 5 consecutive games in the first quarter as they're heating up with the return of Kevin Durant. So I like the Nets to go over their first quarter team total at 31.5. And this is a number, like I said, that they've gone over in 5 games in a row. So these are my 2 best bets for today's daily action picks and for today's NBA slate. Let me know if you're riding. Let me know if you're following. Hit me up on Twitter. Follow me in the Action app. It's both at Joe Dellera. And let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything that you want to know about these games. And make sure to tune in every day for more free daily action picks.